Yo, what up, YouTube? It's your boy, another Zod, back at you outside. But anyways, I wanted to get into something real quick. I originally was going to talk about one of the homeboys, you know, and the fact that who he wanted to do music with, and just basically give him some type of warning. You know, not from me, but just, you know, that issues he should avoid. But I'm not going to even get into that. I'm going to get into this about R. Kelly and his second tape. I told dudes, and you know, there been a lot of haters running their mouths still on that video that always got something to say about somebody and this gossip and all this. But I mean, that's proof. The proof is in the pudding, and people need to get past the fact that, you know, he's black and, you know, all this. And it don't matter what race he is. If you go throughout the comments and other videos, the first thing that come out is, what about this dude and what? No, well, you can't worry about that. You got to take care of your own community first before you can knock down somebody else's. And you know, it's just the way it is. But before I even get into that, I'm going to send my shots out. First and foremost, shots out to ICB, Fly Money ICB. He's out of Inglewood. I'm going to go ahead and play something by him in a second. But also got this Slam Contos. He's a Greek dude. He didn't want to get at me at first because he felt like, you know, I don't know if what he represents, but he didn't know if he should get at me. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and send you shots out and drop your link in there. He does his music, and also the KD Spencer and Nike. They got a song called Fearless, produced by Larry J. And that one slaps, so that's real West Coast. So go ahead and check that out. But I'm going to put this on by ICB, Fly Money. Keep in mind it is off my phone, so yeah. Hold up.
Back to back, we gon' make that. Miami hit the gas and the drop going crazy. Had to cut that bitch loose, talking about the baby. Always getting to the bag while they being lazy. All my niggas in the hood trying to do you shady. So always come around cause I'm dripped up. Need my marks with the racks with them slips up. I'm a young fire nigga, I be getting money. Fire money, nigga, that's the gang, we be counting hundreds. Speedy just got out the pen, so we going in. Like,
alright, well, you got an idea what this dude got. But anyways, I just wanted to make something clear off the back. This dude, he's out of Inglewood, but he has no gang affiliation. He wanted me to make that clear so people don't be checking into him. You know how people, they always try to find fraudulence in somebody, you know, even if they never heard nothing like that. But that's society that we live in. But anyway, so I want to get into this whole thing about R. Kelly. Like I said, dude, I was off this dude, but look at what can I say? The dude got another sex tape out with another minor, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? And now the DA is on his hat. They already turned it into the court, you know what I mean, and they moving forward with charges. Who knows if they stick? Like they say, when you got money like that, it's hard to make things of that nature stick, especially for cats like that got that type of money. But I mean, what is there to say? Like, for the people that were on my comments talking all this mess, like, you just stay on me about me being on dudes' heads, and now you got fools in the comment talking about it's starting to turn to gossip. Everything in this world is gossip. If you have nothing to back it up, that's what makes you look fraudulent. If I came out here and I said something like, oh, this dude messes with little kids, but I had no proof, then that would be far from the mouth. That's called dirty macking. But the simple fact that there is proof, and continuously have proof that this dude has did what he did, I mean, it speaks volumes, you know what I mean? And I'm sure somebody will come in the comment and be like, oh, what about your homies like that lame fool that came on my IG talking about this dude from MS in up north or whatever. Like, I don't know that dude, so I don't care about him, you know what I mean? Or some fool from whatever, you know what I mean? It's like, I can't speak for everybody. If I don't know that you did it and I don't know you, then what can I do? You know, I'm not witch hunting just regular cats. See, I noticed that's a thing with the internet, and a lot of homies are starting to feed into it now. You know what I mean? A witch hunt, even if you had nothing to really look for, they look for it. It's kind of like being in jail. There's cats that's always on the witch hunt, always looking to find something fraudulent in the next person. Instead of just, you know, sitting back and be like, oh, this dude is solid, they're going to always look for something because there's always a hater. And I noticed that hate is just constantly going. Like, if it's not one race at another's throat, it's the same race at each other's throat. That nowadays, like, even on rap, everybody diss each other to get on. And before, you know, it was like the mainstream rappers, dudes really out there like trying to get a name for themselves, so they diss the hottest fool and hope he would respond back, so they would give him, I mean, they would in turn have a chance to respond back. But now you got rappers that are barely coming up, they're barely inking, and they ain't even got a name for themselves. Outside of the bottom, nobody really knows about them. No, outside of Mexicanos, nobody really knows about them. But I understand, you know, that's the thing now. Slander anybody and just, you know, it is what it is. I guess at the end of the day, if you can back it up, it doesn't really matter. You can say what you want. But back then when you said things about dudes, it was consequences to it. But that's the thing. But back on R. Kelly. See, you're right. This is kind of like gossiping, but gossiping with proof. That's all YouTube. That's all social media. If you're trying to be anything on any of these platforms, you better talk about something outside of your mundane life. If I talked about my life every day, people get tired of it. They want to know, you know, how I work out or how I do this, how I eat, where I walk at. You know what I mean? And for the most part, you can give them all that. You still got to be careful. You don't want to let everybody inside your life. See, you see my face, but that means absolutely nothing. You don't know about my life. You don't know about me. You just know about what I tell you. Now, cats will do their research. I'm sure fools running makes on everybody, you know what I mean? But I don't care. You ain't going to never find nothing bad about me. It's always going to be good, you know? And that's the whole reason why I can sit here and tell you certain things without feeling any type of fear of repercussions. It's just raw reality. This whole thing with people being afraid of me to say what I need to say is just... it's just funny, you know what I mean? The whole thing with R. Kelly, as soon as I got on his head, every time I call out some type of Chester or something, dude's always got something to say. And it's funny, we know exactly who always got something to say about it because it's just the way things go. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time I've got hated on when I was incarcerated. I get hated on the street, but fools keep it at a distance and be on quiet, but they still hate. But at the end of the day, there's no accountability for dudes' actions. This dude R. Kelly is a Chester, and dudes will continue to cover him. You can look throughout just go on any social media platform right now, and I can guarantee you'll have more crybabies talking about injustice than you will dudes actually saying prosecute this guy and you know hold him to certain standards. When you're a Chester, you should go to jail, and I don't wish jail on nobody. In fact, let me take that back. What I really want to say is if you're a Chester, well, you know, but just to keep it politically correct on social media, seeing that they like to demonetize channels and they like for me to refrain from talking about things that actually have any real substance. And this has real substance. This has real world ramifications. This dude is a Chester. And I like to tell fools, what if it, and don't get me wrong, I go at it with family all the time over this same dude. People are like, I'm still going to bump him. That's funny. Like the dudes are mad at this dude Mayweather, the same thing. This dude don't care. This dude makes so much money, he don't care. This dude R. Kelly makes so much money, he don't care. He continue to, you know, leak on people because at the end of the day, what's going to happen to them? What's going to happen to them? Ain't nobody going to touch him. That's their money. Money pays for everything. Out here, he get got. It don't matter who he runs with, he would get got. And that's just a simple fact of Chesters don't walk around unless they PC up. But, you know, other places, you never know. Maybe people do want to reach out and, you know, touch him. But at the end of the day, it's like there is rules in certain places. Not every area is the same, you know what I mean? But I guess that's just the way. Oh, yeah, and shout out to Caleb. He got a new song. Well, yeah, one of his new songs. I'm going to go ahead and drop that link. Sorry about that. It took me so long to say that, but... yeah, so this whole thing with R. Kelly, dude, they already turned in the tape. This dude is about to go right back to court and he about to fight that. Plus the simple fact that they came out about this autobiography of him. If he gets up out of this, I'll be surprised. But you know this Drake his name ain't getting dragged through the mud. But you know, what can I say? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, that's just all I want to really talk about on that. Like, you know, it's just... I'm waiting to see how many people gonna be in my comments talking about that this ain't news. This ain't nothing to know about. What else you want to know about? You want me to talk about prison? It's funny, like if you want to know so much about things that go on in prison, like the dirty details, and like, you know, you got cats that sit on here and they'll ask me things like, oh, that you're sugarcoating, you're not telling. What? Are you stupid? Do you know what rules are? Do you know the code of conduct amongst any convict? You don't speak about certain things. There's certain things that you just keep to yourself. It's like if people need to know, if you're in the know, then you're in the know. If you're not, then no, then I need not tell you that. You know what I mean? It's just, if you ain't in jail and have to deal with. The funny thing is, I tell cats all the time, it ain't worth going to jail. But you know, cats continues to be like, you know, they're infatuated with it, and I'm not mad. You know, it's a darker side of society because whether we out of society, we still in society. You know what I mean? You can't really wash us under the rug and think that, you know, we're still there. You know, not me anymore. I'm on the streets, but. You know, so I noticed there's a lot of cats infatuated with that lifestyle, and it's cool. A lot of people want to know exactly what goes on. A lot of people want to know more of a deterrent. So they hear the horrific stories, and they realize that this ain't the business. This ain't what I need to do. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. And it's like I said, this is basically just to go into other things. I just wanted to address that with R. Kelly real quick, that he's a Chester. He's always going to be a Chester, and he continues to. I wouldn't be surprised they find 10 more tapes on this guy, allegedly. But I just say allegedly because, you know, people like to sue, and I ain't got enough money to give that guy with all that money. But yeah, so like with that being said, man, it's just that's all I'm gonna say about R. Kelly, dude. He's a Chester, and you got to think about it like this. What if it was your kids? See, nobody really cares until it's their kids. When it's their kids, then they're up in arms. People need to learn to stop protecting cats just because he might be the same color complexion as you, or maybe you like his music. People need to, you know, slide back on that. You know what I mean? It's just that just sounds funny. You know what I mean? And we need to stop being a poster boy for emotions. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much how people see us. Like, always with the emotions, always poor me, and that's how people see it. That's like when you go in the comments, you see dudes get on R. Kelly, and you see like 20 fools be like, oh, that's racist and all that. Like, people get tired of hearing that. You know what I mean? It's just, at the end of the day, this dude's a Chester, and it don't matter what color he is, the dude's a Chester, and that's all I can really say on him. Now, as far as social media and gossip, that's what it is. Anytime I get on here outside of telling about my particular life, when I'm talking about subjects that's going on, that's current events, that's gossip. You know what I mean? You got bad gossip, you got good gossip. You know, you got the ones that's inflammatory, where I'm just on these dudes, I ain't got no proof or nothing, and you got that gossip where you're snitching. But I mean, nothing I say is snitching, because I mean it's out there. And trust me, let me take that back. There's certain things, even though it's out there, I will not speak about. Anything can be misconstrued as snitching. Is not out there. The fact that I told about R. Kelly, well, not told about R. Kelly, but mentioned the fact that he's a Chester, you know, that's common knowledge. You know what I mean? And that's pretty much it. That's all I'm gonna say on R. Kelly, man. For the people, I got something else coming up, but I just wanted to get that out there. You know what I mean? And stop supporting that dude. You know what I mean? For the people that continues to be on him. You know what I mean? And yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let you go. My name's Zod. Hopefully I'll catch you on the channel. Oh, and for all the people that have been supporting me, gracias. Hopefully we continue to grow, and yeah, free spank booty, and I'm out.